When you look at a video game reviewer's review on a game and it gets a bad score, your first thought is a game that you'll probably want to avoid. But if you happen to play the game and see the review and disagree with it, that's a totally different story. And you most likely think the game is underrated, all because of small details or not a lot of people know about it. For this list, there will be one rule. I must have played the game and own it. So if the game you think is underrated is not on the list, then I most likely have never had it or played it. Now that we got that settled out, let's start the list already. Yep, Wrecking Crew is number 5 on this list. Hey, did it say it had to be a good game? No, it said it had to be an underrated game. And I truly think Wrecking Crew needs more recognition or attention to it. People say Wrecking Crew is bad, all because Mario isn't a plumber in this game. Hey, I don't even think half the people who know Mario think he's a plumber. He's a kart racer, a smash fighter, a minigame player. He does basically everything. So people are just gonna have to deal with the fact that Mario has different hobbies. I first saw this game on ScrewTag's top 10 worst Mario games. I thought it was bad because of that. And I tried it, and I found out it's a very addicting game. So if you think it's a bad game because of what other people say, you should go probably find it out for yourself, how it really is. Oh, and there's a link to the description of a website that can let you play NES games for free without any download, unless you don't have Flash Adobe. In 2005, a new cartoon on Cartoon Network was about to premiere known as Ben 10, about a 10-year-old boy named Ben who finds a weapon known as Omnitrix and lets him turn into any alien hero he chooses and saves the world with it. I loved that show, and every time there was a new episode, I had to watch it as a kid, and I still do now. Hey, don't judge me. But when I saw the game for the first time, I just about died because I loved Ben 10. And I played the game and I thought it was awesome. But why would I pick Protector of Earth out of all of them? For one reason. Well, actually, multiple reasons. What am I talking about? Alien Force, Cosmic Destruction, and Vilgax's attacks all have one thing in common. They're all too short. Protector of Earth was much much longer than all that, and there's a lot more to do in that. The only other game I really enjoyed that was a Ben 10 game was Rise of Hex, and it felt like a Mega Man clone. Well, it's most likely because the game was done by Capcom! It's weird. 2 projects were cancelled for Mega Man, and they gave Ben 10 to Mega Man love. I wonder if Capcom will try to buy the rights to Ben 10. Cool. Sonic Unleashed is a great game, but people think it sucks, all because of the Werehog Farm. Look, if you don't like the Werehog Farm, at least get the most out of it. I mean, sure, there's a lot more Werehog levels than the speed levels, and the speed levels are a lot more better than the Werehog levels, but you gotta admit, they're kinda fun, even though they're a little bit broken. I'm not saying it's the best Sonic game, but it's the best we got in that time period. I mean, year. In the year, if I said time period, that would have been Sonic Generations. But I digress. If you don't want to buy the game just because of the Werehog Farm, that's your decision, and I'm not gonna judge you on that much. I'm gonna judge you a lot! I am so sorry, but I'm gonna judge you a lot. Not get a game because of one type of gameplay when the rest of the game is great? Okay, if you don't get Sonic Unleashed because of this, I am sorry, but I will respect your opinion as much as I can, even though I will be giggling on the inside. Why am I saying this? Why are we geeking out? Never do that again. On a microphone, that probably sounds stupid. Speaking of Ben 10 Protector of Earth and Sonic Unleashed, I wonder who'd win in a race, Accelerate or Sonic the Hedgehog? The possibilities. You probably saw this coming, but there's just no way I couldn't keep it out of the list. Sure, Shadow the Hedgehog may seem short, but you gotta play through the game multiple times to get the real ending. By the way, this game has over 10 alternate endings. I love when games have alternate endings. and it's way more simpler to get the alternate endings than it is other games, such as the original Sonic the Hedgehog. I truly don't think this game is all that great, but like I said in number 5, did it have to be a good game? No. It's just a game that had to get more recognition or attention, and Shadow the Hedgehog needs more recognition. Sega made this game just for the character Shadow the Hedgehog, and the only reason people say it's bad is all because of the weapons and the vehicles. But okay, if you don't want to use the vehicles or weapons, you don't have to. They're rarely ever required, and only the vehicles are rarely ever required. But they're still fun to use in my place. I can ramble on and on and on for about like 25 minutes about Shadow the Hedgehog and about how much recognition it needs. Well, let's just get to number 1. You're really gonna be shocked by this one. Of all games, why pick Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the top 5 most underrated games as number 1? Well, let me explain. It's one of the biggest and most loved games, and one of the biggest hits on the Wii, possibly the biggest. Well, in my opinion, it is the biggest. But it's not about recognition, because a lot of people love the game, and it's not about people knowing about the game, because most people who own a Wii, and even more than that, know about Brawl. People who don't even know anything about Nintendo know about Brawl. It's about small details that people can't let go. People think Super Smash Bros. Brawl sucks all because Master Chief isn't playable, or Sonic the Hedgehog is playable, and they think that ruins the game. They think its speed is too slow and Melee is much faster. They think Melee is better and much harder than Brawl in a good way. They think that Brawl sucks all because wave dashing is removed. And people are still making videos about them saying Brawl sucks. But, let me just say, all those videos, and I've seen most of them, they don't even have actual Brawl footage that they made. One other guy got footage from IGN, because you can tell because it has the IGN logo. One other guy just has words on it, and he keeps saying that he will fight you all because he thinks Brawl sucks. Okay, he's the guy that says Pikmin sucks. I'm not gonna say any names, not that I knew it, but I really hate people that make those videos all because of small details. Hey, if you want to prove a point, get your own footage. Don't use anybody else's, and don't just make it all words. Well, that takes care of my top 5 personally most underrated games. If you have your own list, leave a comment or make a video response. If you think any of these games shouldn't be on the list, or should be in the overrated list, and you think I should make an overrated list, tell me, or make a comment or a video response. And subscribe if you want to see more video game top 5/10s.